Hello, my name is James Christopher Talents. I'm a student at BCISB and I'm going to be showcasing all of my artwork and my journey throughout making them. Let's talk about my first art piece. It's called Outside the Tallest Window Building. So this is my project development and this is step by step on how I did my painting. So in step one, stage one, I tried to sketch these with a pencil, but not too hard because I'm realizing that I tried to press my pencil hard all the time and it wasn't good for my pencil or for my hand, so I tried to draw it smoothly, just draw random giraffe dots, I mean. And stage two is where I started to color the dots. So this is the second stage of my drawing where I colored the giraffe dots with the skin beige color. Stage 3 is where I made it 3D and added a bit of shading. I'm not good with shading, that's why sometimes it's like here, well, sometimes the light goes there, sometimes the light goes here. But that's okay, at least this one has some progress. Stage 4 is where I colored the floor to picture the progress between this. But it's still okay, it's not like the complete painting that I will be talking about in stage 6. In this part, I tried to draw the clouds, I tried to draw the sky gradient like from the experiment I did. I tried to add some more giraffe spots, and I also decided to put the mysterious manholes that makes you feel like you want to go inside of them. And here is stage 6 where I talked about the name of my project, how this project relates to me as a person, and the final project is right here in front of you. I added these. This is the stage where I decided to add the lonely street lights from the inspiration and also completing this line right here. And there's a different shade of the zebra dots right here, and because I wasn't able to find the right color. And this street light right here, yeah, I accidentally did this because the water splat over it, but still, I'm gonna leave it alone. It still looks nice, and that is my documentary and my journey with this painting. Next, we're going to be talking about our second painting in my journey, which is this guy right here. So my second painting is about change, and it could be any type of change, whether it is negative, positive, it could be environmental change, society, personality, anything, as long it's related to change. So in the class, we chose a theme, and a lot of people went from pride to stereotype to hope, and the winning theme was change, so I have to go there. And from change, I can go to positive change or negative change. So I went with negative change because a lot of people were going positive change, and I want to feel unique for a bit. So what type of negative change I want to do? Either society, age, nature, personality, environment. And as you can see in the blue line, if you follow the blue line, I obviously went with personality change, and I went with the cause of it, either from bullying, paranoia, depression. I went with all three of them. Bad environments can make someone a bad person, a horrible personality, and I also subcategorized an art style, whether I went with a marker, colored pencil, and yes, I went with painting again. Here is my first concept and all of my experiments. Yeah, I pasted these, and it pasted the white paper at the other side. It was very messy. And yeah, this is the full concept. It's not the drawing part. And as you can see on the teeth, it has like metal marks on it, like stapler marks, but I did not continue that on my painting. And with this experiment, I also tried different ways on how I can manipulate the Vincent van Gogh art style. And these are very thick paint, acrylic paint. And this one, I tried to use a fork or a stick or a dry paint. Here is one of my successful experiments with using a fork. So anyways, the name of my painting is The Misnomer. And if you don't know what misnomer means, it's basically like a fake name. I learned that word by watching the series of Unfortunate Events, which is the Netflix series, and also the movie that was made from the olden times, but I don't know when it was made. Now, let's talk about my third painting, which is actually my second favorite. So, the theme of this artwork is supposed to be my self-portrait. What do I represent myself? And this is like the concept or the experiment I did for the mood board. And I represent myself as I play a lot of games. I'm very messy, spontaneous, but I don't like showing that off too often. In fact, sometimes I regret being spontaneous with other people because I wasn't feeling conscious about myself. I'm impulsive, and yeah, I described it with the wires. Fun, that can lead to a lot of meetings. Sometimes I'm not that fun, but I don't know. I'm not aware of myself that yet. And yeah, I describe myself with many things with this painting, and I inspired there. Here are the three experiments. The other one is the other side. So this one, I tried to use my name as my first concept, but then I realized that it's boring. But the one thing that I really liked about this experiment is because of the background. It's very messy, very greasy and rusty, and I really like that background. It reminds me of like a really messy graffitied wall. And I really want this type of background on my painting, but I realized that it's kind of lazy. A little bit of effort has been put into it, so I did not continue this. For my second one, I only want the head and the neck, but for this one though, I actually used markers because for so long I've been only using acrylic paint. I wasn't using any other media at all. Sometimes I do use other media, but I overlay it with acrylic paint because it didn't look so well with the canvas. But I actually kept this the marker concept. I actually used marker on my painting. In fact, I think my painting is my third painting is 30% marker and 70% paint, but I'm not sure. I'm not good at estimating. And here is my project development. So first I sketched the TV, and the TV went with a lot of sketches for the color only. So this color palette right here, I went with a lot of concept. I want a very long color to make it a bit more classy but also creepy and old at the same time, but I did not have time for that, and it made the canvas really messy because I cannot erase stuff on a canvas. I learned that on my previous artwork. Then I outlined it with paint, but then I also re-outlined it with marker to see some of that white spots. So this outline right here, I recovered that. I repainted that so many times with marker and then paint, marker, black paint all the time. And then here I tried to color it. So we have the this part is where I went too far and got carried away. I colored the background, but I didn't finish at the bottom. And here is the final product, which is the same as this one. From here to here, it's very far. I did not just color the bottom and I said I was done. I relayered every single concept so much. So there was like probably 3 different developments between this one. And finally, we're going to be talking about my journey with my final art. This final part of the video is going to be short, so because my project development is made on the computer, I wasn't able to print it because of COVID problems, and I don't have a printer. So, art style inspiration. And I inspired it based on what I saw in my dreams. And in my dreams, I saw this thing. It was really freaky, and I was freaking out and what it was. I was very young at the time when I saw this creature, and I wanted to bring it back to life using this painting. And this painting took a decent amount of time to make. And as you can see here, I actually watched one of Bob Ross's videos on how to make a tree, and I'm actually really proud of the tree more than I'm proud of the hand. The hand was made by just placing my hand and tracing it, and I one of those lines. I'm not good at making racially accurate hands, but this is the closest one I could get. I'm also proud of the church because I actually saw this on my dreams. And for the clouds were very difficult. I actually want to go with realistic clouds, but I can't do that. So I have to be a bit unique. And so I went with these type of like cyclone type of clouds. It looks like ice. I want to give like the clouds like an eye shape, and I made a pretty decent job on manipulating that. There's a bigger eye at the side. Although the painting itself is kind of empty, especially with the large grass hills, I didn't want it to make it empty. I wanted to feel lonely, as if like one tree, a lonely building, empty hills, and a weird sky. And also this floating hand right here. I don't know what to name him. I never named this guy yet. Also, I'm very proud of the eyes. The eyes were made by a high quality marker and also a blender, a white blender. And it looks really cool. It looks so realistic. I love that gradient of green and red. It's like evil and good at the same time. But anyways, that's what I'm going to be talking about with my journey through my last painting. So, what did I learn during my art class? I've learned a lot of stuff in art class. I learned how to use a paintbrush, how to use a pencil softly. With my first painting, I used an experience. I've learned how to research my artist and discover new stuff. I've learned how to try a lot of different medias. I learned how to be unique, but not too unique though. I'm not a very creative person, but I do know what everyone is not doing, so I always do that, but I always keep on task on and always follow what am I supposed to do. And I enjoyed a lot of stuff in my art class. I've learned how to be a little bit responsible with my work. I try to do my work very carefully, and there are some times where I try to make fun with my class. Not actually make fun, like make fun of them, but you just try to have fun. And anyways, I had a lot of fun doing artwork in my classroom, and anyways, it was a great class. Thank you. Hey guys, it's me JC here. Be sure to subscribe to my channel or so you can be muscular like me. Your mommy jealous, I know.